settle in, grab a glass of wine or a glass of water, because it's been a long time coming, but we are finally back, ladies and gentlemen. A tall order has returned to your ears and your hearts.
Baba Booey. Oh yeah, baby.
How are you, man? It's been a few months since I've seen you.
Yeah. Obviously, Liam and I don't see each other outside of the podcast, so it is glorious to see your face once more.
I think it would have been 3 months, maybe.
I know exactly when the last one was in terms of life events. It was when Australia were getting absolutely thumped by India. Wait, who were we getting thumped by?
We were getting thumped by India.
We were getting thumped by India. That was a while ago.
That is a comeback. And we might touch base on cricket, but we promised people that we won't get into sport because it's been 3 months and they probably want to hear just some bigger content.
Oh, of course. We want to start off with the big hard hitting topics,
the big stuff.
But first of all, just want to give a shout out to Homegrown. I don't know who they are, but they made that little intro track.
Oh, thanks, Homegrown. Yeah,
it's called Wayfarer. You can find it on Lo-Fi Beats on Spotify.
That's on Spotify as well.
Yeah,
that's good. I like it.
Like we're on Spotify.
We are on Spotify, and sorry for everyone that's having just been re-listen to our older episodes to get you through the weeks. But we're coming back with a promise. And the promise is we're going to be doing one episode every week for the next year.
We will stand by it, and we will make that happen.
And as a promise, I will be donating $1,000 to a charity of our choosing.
If
we don't fulfill that promise.
Yeah. I will donate $1,000 to Chamonix ski resorts if we do not keep that promise.
So make sure you hold that to us, guys. Let us know in the comments what charity you would be up for.
Yeah. All of our listeners, please let us know who you want the money to go to.
How you been?
Yeah, pretty good. Just chilling on uni break at the moment, which makes life a bit easier.
That's good.
How was your first semester of your honours?
That's good. Yeah, as everyone probably knows, I'm an honours student.
I certainly know it.
Yeah. Few people around. No, good. Got the results back. Won't share them on the podcast. But
doesn't want to gloat.
I don't like to brag, but let's say they were fine.
How have you been besides your exceptional uni results?
Good. I've got a moustache. People can't see it back at home, but if you know me...
People can't see it here either.
If you get a chance to see me in person, you will get to see my moustache.
You just have to get up really, really close.
Yeah, it's coming along well. I've been trying to deter the hate comments towards it.
No, it looks good.
Thanks, man.
When you can see it.
I appreciate that.
No, I would never give you anything but a compliment. Have you been subscribing to any threads as to how to grow your moustache thicker and fuller?
Yeah, so I actually tried to join the Reddit moustache thread, but denied access.
Was there a verification process?
No verification process, which is even more suspicious.
They just knew through your aura.
They just knew from my previous Reddit posts.
This is not a mustached man.
They see me posting in certain threads such as, board games, board games, and
not a mustached man activity.
So,
well, what is a mustached activity that you have tackled recently?
Well, probably a good way to segue into our sponsor of the week.
Yeah, go for
it. Because we didn't discuss this, but I'm assuming you know what it is.
Of course, I read out our numerous emails of sponsorship requests.
Yeah, so the way we choose a sponsor is we get all their emails, we put them into a hat.
We get hounded.
Yeah.
It's a big hat.
I've actually had to set up a new email account because it's been getting flooded.
We literally just have one for sponsors, and it's already at its 1 terabyte limit of information come in.
Yeah.
And a single email does not have a lot of information in it.
No, I'm getting sick of it. Apple, we are not having you. You're not getting sponsored on the show.
Sorry, Apple, but
sick of it.
Just leave us alone, please.
Anyway, Elon Musk's been begging to get on as well.
Well, we'll have him on as a guest, but
yeah.
I don't want any of his money.
But anyway, sponsor of the week. I guess this is the month because it's been a while.
Of the quarter.
I'm sure everyone here has travelled before. If they haven't travelled, they are aware of travelling.
And what can you get from travelling?
And how travelling works.
Besides your authentic, international, or, domestic experience you gain through travelling, What's something else you can pick up along the way?
There's some other. Surprisingly, there are some things you can pick up, and these things also appear in games such as basketball, netball,
Yep.
AFL
AFL if you're not kicking straight.
if you're missing them, and they are points.
Woohoo!
So thank you very much, Qantas Frequent Flyer Points, for sponsoring today's episode.
We've picked up quite a lot since they've jumped on board, and we are loving. I could take a bath in the points I have.
Let's just say we could have 3 podcasts set up speaking about points.
But we won't. We'll circle back to it because Liam does have some exceptional knowledge and tips for acquiring a lucrative amount of points. But it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Qantas Frequent Flyer program.
Yeah, thank you, Qantas Frequent Flyer. I'm going to have my code in the links, the show notes, sorry.
The show notes?
You can download that and get a few bonus points yourself.
Yum, yum, yum. Treating our listeners to a little points treat.
Pretty good, yeah. We really are rewarding them for the time that they have been without us.
What's your favourite way to earn points?
Favourite way to earn points would be probably just heading to Woolworths, using the everyday rewards. A lot of people don't know that you can convert your everyday rewards to Qantas points.
That's pretty handy. How many points do you get from your Woolworths shop?
So every Woolworths shop, 1 point equals $1 spent at Woolworths.
Okay.
That's if you are an everyday extra member.
Lovely.
Which I am.
Of course you are.
It's only $7 a month, but we're not talking about points. People are
sorry.
We're losing listeners. They're dropping off.
Points, credit cards, all of that is a tap away. If you want to get in touch with Liam, he will hook you up.
Yeah, my office hours are 2 to 3 this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a tight window.
Yeah, very tight.
Someone's got to go to work.
I've
got to go home and enjoy the rest of my day off. But I think I can enjoy it a lot more than last Wednesday's day off.
Is that so?
Is that so? Indeed. Because Liam and I haven't seen each other, so we obviously weren't doing this together. But I managed to spend, I think, 3.5 hours of my day off last week staring at a screen with a little loading bar and 10-second countdown resetting all the time with no avail.
I think a few of the listeners at home are going to know what screen that is. And I'm sure everyone here goes cray-cray for Tay-Tay.
Absolutely cray-cray.
Yeah, we're speaking about Taylor Swift tickets, guys.
If anyone's got one.
I don't know anyone that has one, personally.
I think I know maybe 4 people max that got them. 3 in Melbourne, 1 in Sydney.
Yeah, it's a absolute mission getting your hands on these things. And me and Freddie linked up. We thought with the power of 2 max together, we'd have a chance to beat Ticketek's wall.
This might be part of the reason that we're not taking Apple's requests for sponsorship.
Yeah, but we got nowhere near it. And we tried again on the Friday, and we got nowhere near it at all.
Yeah, when I got through, actually on the Friday, and I was really excited. I don't want the tickets personally, but I was really excited to hook up my mates and, share a bit of goodwill. Unfortunately, Ticketek didn't feel the same, and they offered me 1 ticket in the F Reserve on the Sunday night. And that was about it.
I still think you should have purchased it.
Yeah, but no one was going to... Well, maybe you would have gone alone.
I would have gone alone.
But, I just think it's ludicrous that they'd sell single tickets.
Yeah, I mean, most people are going with friends and family, loved ones.
It makes you make a really difficult decision. What if you're in a group of 4 people, the maximum you could buy, you get through, and there's only 1 ticket available?
True.
Ethical dilemma. Do you dog your mates?
And I've seen a lot of these ethical dilemmas coming up on TikTok. There was a group of 4 girls that they were trying to get, and they only got 3 tickets.
And so you have to cull 1 mate.
So do you cull 1 mate, or do you all skip out on Taylor?
Well, interestingly, Stacey, Joyce's sister, my housemate, Stacey's my housemate, Joyce is my girlfriend.
Yep.
I've got a girlfriend. It's pretty cool. She has an agreement with her friend that neither of them will go if the other can't.
That's a respectful agreement. I don't think that agreement is in place in my household.
Every man for himself.
There may be a member in my household holding 2 tickets who is just tossing up who he's going to take.
I think he should just sell them to
Yeah, I think better
to a
off selling
2-person party.
Yeah, I think it's respectful. We all go or no one goes at all.
And to be honest, what are you really missing that you haven't seen on TikTok
True.
besides Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, that is a shame. But the Singapore show tickets go on sale tomorrow. No, Friday.
Friday.
I've got a pre-sale code, which I will not be telling.
How did you get a pre-sale code to Singapore? Don't you need an IP address in Singapore?
No, you don't. You just need a Ticketmaster account.
Ooh.
Apparently 55 million people have applied for the pre-sale code.
Wowee. That's not going to be good.
Roughly 500,000 tickets available.
That's a lot of tickets, but if I'm just doing the maths correctly in my head, it's a large factor of people that aren't going to be getting tickets with their pre-sale code.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I do have some inside men in Singapore. We won't name them because I don't want to give away my contacts.
That's very helpful and very kind of them to be willing to help out.
Yeah.
A non-national. Lots of the kickback I've seen on the Australian TikTok sales, Taylor Swift sales on TikTok, has been that Americans have been celebrating that they bought a ticket in Melbourne.
That is disrespectful.
Well, Melbourneites suffer.
Yeah, I think that is a controversial opinion. People coming from overseas when America's had 60-odd shows of Taylor.
We get, 7?
There's no need for them to come and leech off our shows.
Yeah, what are they coming here for? The beautiful... Well, I guess it will be summer.
It will be summer.
Yeah, kind of hot.
Another controversial position, people getting tickets to multiple shows.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Once and done, I'd say. What do you get? You get an extra bonus song? Is that what's different?
That's what's different. And I think originally in my head I was like, if you've got the money to get the tickets for multiple shows, like, all good. But then I've had a change of mind, and I think anyone that's going to multiple shows for Taylor Swift...
Please sell us your tickets to one of the shows.
Sell your tickets, give them away. You don't need to go to 2 shows. It's just so disrespectful. To quote multiple TikTok comments I've seen, you are just the worst people in the world, and you're really ruining other people's experiences.
Well, I'm just really glad that I don't have a personal stake in this, because I just don't want to be caught up in all this drama. I'm very happy being an observer, and I'm still distraught from... Well, not distraught, I'm happy he's taking time for himself, but Lewis Capaldi cancelling his his tour to Australia.
That is a shame. I know you're looking forward to that.
Very saddened, but, got to look after yourself.
Yeah, it's good to see him getting the rest he needs.
Yeah,
hopefully he can come back again.
There's a toxic masculinity culture, which I'm sure we've touched on before, but... Sorry, someone just walked by outside and apologised.
There's a physio next door.
It's a physio.
So like a home physio that people just roll into.
Oh, I don't know what physio work she's apologising for. But
so back to the toxic masculinity culture.
Oh yeah, sorry, toxic masculinity, that he can feel confident to come out online and give other people that good example to follow, and talk about mental health and be okay with taking time for yourself. Because even, at work, I'd feel nervous to say, I need a mental health day. Like, it's not something I think would be respected in the workplace.
Yeah, it's pretty much, everyone's happy to call in sick for physical ailments, but it's still, not quite there yet.
It's not taboo, but it's still not, like, recognised by every workplace as an important thing.
Yeah, I know some workplaces have, like, one mental health day that you can use a year, but you have to, like, pre-book it 2 weeks in advance. Which kind of rescinds the purpose of mental health
you
day.
Never know when mental health's going to hit.
Yeah, so I think they could probably work on that one.
Well, something that I can work on, completely unrelated, just happens to be next thing in my notes.
Oh, you got notes up?
Oh, of course I do.
All right, I'm just going off the top of my head.
Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
You've obviously been thinking about this for 3 months. Stickers on laptops. Thoughts?
Wow. That's quite a segue, man.
I could have segued it when we were talking about looking at our laptops, but we got onto mental health. So
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was sitting in the library the other day, and you see this a lot when you're in high school. People that put like a little sticker over their camera on their laptop.
Over the camera, I understand, because there's a bit of fear mongering around that. Like, I've never done it personally, but I've always wondered, what if?
Well, no one is looking through your camera on your laptop.
How do you know?
Because I don't work for the FBI or intelligence services. No one cares about what I'm doing.
I do interesting things, man.
I just
Like, what if someone's hacked into my Minecraft realm and thinks this looks pretty sick, and so they want to switch on my camera to see who the creator is?
I can't see that happening.
Well, that's because you don't have a really cool Minecraft realm, isn't it?
Basically, anytime I see someone with a sticker on my laptop, I'm just like, you are the type of person who would respond to emails like saying that you're a Saudi Arabian prince and have like $1,000 for them.
That is a wild connection to make.
It's just like you're gullible.
You're a child.
You don't need a sticker on your camera.
Yeah. What about stickers on the back of the laptop though?
Childish.
Why is that childish?
Well, how much did your Mac cost?
1,400 maybe.
And how much did your sticker cost?
My stickers, most of them are from Woolworths, when they were giving out those Disney stickies. So they cost, I don't know, they didn't cost anything. I just did my regular shop and I got them for free. And I've also got one that says, "You're telling me to shrimp fried this rice?" And that was from my good friend Nick. Shout out Nick.
Shout out Nick. I mean, I'm all for individualization, personal representation.
I just don't want to be another drone carrying around
Yeah.
a blank MacBook.
There's nothing wrong with that, but also I just think there's better places for stickers.
Where would you put a sticker?
The fridge.
The fridge.
Yeah.
How much did your fridge cost?
Do you know? Probably put in $100 for it.
Second hand.
Yeah, I think $400 between 4 people.
Fair enough. Did you put a sticker on your car?
No,
Yeah. Fair enough.
wouldn't taint an AMG with that.
Oh, I would put a St Kilda sticker on there just so everyone knows that I'm either flying high or battling depression with every passing round.
Yeah, it's just something about the stickers that doesn't sit right with me. But maybe I'm just a cynic.
Well, yeah, a stick in the mud, maybe.
Yeah, a stickic.
I've never wanted stickers on my car. I've thought that's really trashy.
Yeah, especially, the baby on board ones, that sort of stuff.
The little sign baby on board. I don't think I've ever driven safer because I've seen a baby on board sticker.
No. I've never driven past and seen like, oh, there's the little stick family. They've got like 3 kids. Like, it's awesome, man.
I do find it funny when I saw one the other day and it was like on the very far left there was a man and then there was space for like 4 or 5 stickers and then a dog. And I just gotta wonder, were those spaces filled?
Or are they ready to be filled?
Were they ready to be filled? Or did a partner take the kids and the stickers?
That's really low. You've already lost the kids. You don't want to lose the stickers.
Yeah, that's like, does he put them back up on the weekends when he has the kids?
You'd hope so.
I wish I'd pulled him over and drilled him for this information.
You hope he's at least getting weekend visitations.
Well, I mean, he uses the stickers, so maybe psychotic behaviour has kept him from the kids.
So Fred's just frantically eyeing off his notes the second there's a lull in silence.
It wasn't a frantic lull. So, drone tickets.
Drone tickets?
Train tickets.
Oh, train tickets.
Drone tickets. Actually, while we're talking about cars, did you know there's a new car coming out that can fly?
Really?
And you can pre-order it for, I've seen 300,000 USD and 500,000 USD as the price points. It's a car, but it can fly, fully electric, up to 110 miles.
Does that mean you need to get a pilot's license and a driver's license?
Interesting you should say that. Apparently, you just need a regular drone license. I mean, driver's license as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But
and how are we going to monitor like airways and stuff like that?
It's a US problem.
Right.
They can, as they always so diligently do, create the infrastructure for that. And then we can take it as it is, which would be risky, or we can look at it, adapt it, and actually make it feasible.
I like that. We'll see how they go, but I can see a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, straight away. Like, what if it runs out of charge while you're 10 meters above the ground? Surely that's prone to accidents.
Skyscrapers, they're around.
Yeah, it's probably a no city thing.
Yeah,
but it was saying like the post said, you get stuck in a traffic jam, you can just fly up and around it. Where are most traffic jams taking place?
If I was stuck in a traffic jam and the bloke behind me just suddenly starts hovering above me and flies past me, I'm getting the most insufferable road rage.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make things better for anyone.
That is... Oh, no, that's not happening.
Make you feel sick. Well, if you don't want to see people hovering above you, maybe you just take the uninterrupted train.
True. Trains, they do go quickly.
Especially to regional areas.
And they do go cheaply to regional areas. Anyone... I know we have a lot of listeners from outside of Victoria, so...
Howdy.
Yep, howdy. Hello.
Tell us how much your regional train fares are compared to your metro train fares.
Yeah, so in Victoria recently, Dan Andrews, shout out Dan, great guy.
Love Dan the
Love
man.
him. He's recently decided that a train from regional Victoria into Melbourne... This could be up to a 6-hour train ride.
It could be, yep.
Yeah, this could be up to a 6-hour train ride. It's going to cost the same amount as a train fare to travel in between the city. So for me to travel 20 minutes to work on the train will cost me the same to travel 6 hours to regional Victoria.
Why does that irk you?
See, personally, I'm happy for regional Victoria getting cheaper fares.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out everyone in regional Victoria. Love you. You're holding up the nation. I appreciate it.
Lovely.
I just personally think that if regional fares are getting lowered, then my fare should be getting lowered.
Okay. Well, I do agree that our fares should be lowered. I think it's ridiculous to be paying $10 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you buy like a yearly pass, it's not a whole lot cheaper.
Oh, it's ludicrous.
But I guess you haven't lived in Melbourne your entire life, have you?
No.
So there used to be a system of Zone 1 and Zone 2 where outer Melbourne, so we're still talking Melbourne, still talking our same metro links, like what we've got going on, they were zoned. And if you travelled in more than one zone, you had additional fees.
Yeah, yeah. Is that not still in place?
No, I don't think so. So it'd be like if I was travelling from Melbourne to Hawthorn, say, that would be Zone 1.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I was going from Hawthorn all the way out to Belgrave, I'd be encroaching in Zone 2 and it would cost more. But I think the prices were what they were, what they are now. So our $4 whatever for travelling anywhere in Metro Vic. $5-ish. I think that was a Zone 1. And then if you went to Zone 2, it'd be an extra $2. So do you think that's a fair system?
I think that is slightly fairer. I was zoning out a bit there in your zone chat.
Thanks, man. I like to use the zones.
Thanks, man.
It's a good joke.
Yeah. I like to use this comparison. Let's say I'm on a night out in the city and I fancy an Uber home.
Yeah.
And I get into my Uber and he's like, hey, mate, it's going to be $100 no matter where you want to go.
Yeah.
You probably would get out.
Yeah.
Unless I was going to Ballarat or something.
Yeah, it'd be like, bargain.
Let's go, Adelaide, mate, when we're ready.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess it's not a big institution though, Uber. It's like individual wage earners earning from individual trips using different models with different fuel consumption. Trains are pretty regular. Government body, widely used. Their price points cover themselves. So they can... I guess they could charge regional a little bit more and us a little bit less. And it would balance out. So we're paying $5 an hour. We could pay $3 and they could pay $7.
We could. It also doesn't affect me because I never catch the train.
Yeah, I catch it to uni maybe.
Good to have a say in
it's
things.
It's good to open up the conversation and have your say if you wish.
Exactly.
Like, don't want this to become a train podcast by any means, but I am more than happy to talk about it if it comes up.
You know, maybe you want us to introduce a new segment.
Train talk.
Train talk.
I know my friend's son Robert would love that. I might just chuck train. Chugga, choo choo.
Train.
He's nearly 2 years old. So
okay.
I think he's actually over 2 years old. I don't know. Can't remember when he was born.
Shout out Robert. Loves the trains.
Shout out Bobby. I'll come see you soon, son.
Talking about new segments.
Oh,
I might have one.
Go on.
The lid may be off on this new segment. I know that everyone here likes to optimize their lives. They like to be on top of things. They want to be the best version of themselves they can be.
Always.
I don't like to say that I'm better than anyone or that I know more than anyone.
You've never said anything along those lines.
I've never, ever implied that I have more knowledge about the world than anyone else.
And you wouldn't dare to assume that you do.
And I would never assume that I do. However, I do have a few insights that I would like to bring to the people.
Let's get into Liam's life hacks.
So yeah, this is Liam's life hack of the week.
Of the week?
They will be recurring weekly life hacks.
Cool.
Coming up. So I've got a good one. A few people here may have been to shopping centres where you have to pay for car parking.
I have been to shopping centres where you have to pay for car parking, yes.
A notable one near me, I'm not saying that this is near everyone, but is Victoria Garden Shopping Centre.
That is they charge you $1 minimum.
It's not a huge charge, but it can be frustrating.
It's a heist.
It is a heist. Now, this won't save you money, but this will save you time. When I go in and do my shopping, I always come out and I see people, because there's these massive signs that they say you got to pay at the pay station. You got to pay at the pay station, and I see people lining up down the street. There'll be 5 in a line lining up at the pay station because they think they have to pay at the pay station.
Down the street.
Fun fact: I don't know if this applies to every shopping centre, so let's just.
If you're shopping at Victoria Gardens,
this is more of a smaller life hack. You're welcome. Let me know in the comments if this works for your other shopping centres. But you don't need to line at the ticket station. You can just put your ticket in at the exit, and there's a card machine there.
You just smack your card on there.
And you just smack your card on there.
The sign should say if you want to pay cash.
Yeah. So, and never waste your time in line again is what I'm saying. I see people fumbling around in their handbag, waiting hours. They're juggling shopping. They're juggling kids. I just walk straight past them.
Chuckle to yourself.
Scan my ticket as I'm going, and out I go.
See you later.
So yeah, please let me know if this works at other shopping centres. High Point, Ringwood, do they charge for parking?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Another life hack that I used at Victoria Gardens actually was I just lost my ticket, and so I drove up to the thing and I pressed the intercom, and I said I lost my ticket, and they just made me reverse and go see them at the ticket office and pay for it there. So if you're looking to waste time, that's a.
I was hoping you were going to say they just opened the gates.
That would have been nice. No, that's a life hack if you don't want to go somewhere and you want a reasonable excuse.
Clever.
Got stuck at the boom gate.
With anyone behind you?
Oh, nearly. It was a frantic reverse.
That's lucky. Yeah, you wouldn't want to have a queue up.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have taken one of their tickets and sent them back. I'll pay you back. I swear, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's my life hack for the week. Let us know in the comments
if it works.
If it works, if you use it, if it works overseas. I know we've got international listeners: Netherlands, England, USA, India.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, don't let us know because I don't want to be responsible for having to record a retraction. But
no, well, yeah, we won't be retracting the Victoria Gardens one.
No, Victoria Gardens definitely works. I want to hear everywhere else it works.
And if you happen to work in the parking area in Victoria Gardens, don't change it.
Yeah, now that the secret's out,
in case the general manager of Park Safe Vic Gardens is listening.
I just don't want that phone call.
Be next week's sponsor.
Oh. We'll talk of shopping centres.
We love shopping
Talking
centres.
of paying for things.
Talking of paying things.
Got my cancellation of the week.
Oh, and talking of segments.
Yeah, so we're just really piling them on here.
I like it. Hit me with your cancel. Is it a biggie?
It is a biggie. It's one that ruins a shopping trip for me.
I hate that.
How much cash do you carry, Liam?
Not a lot, and if I'm carrying cash, it would be notes.
Yeah. I feel like that's the case for nearly everyone these days. So why on earth are we still required at a shopping centre, at a Woolworths, to put a little coin into the shopping trolley to release it?
Ludicrous.
Is it anti-theft?
Is it the 1930s?
You're paying $1 for a trolley. That's not deterring theft.
That's a cheap trolley.
Yeah, it's a cheap trolley. I mean, it's not very much different to just taking one for free.
It's really not.
In terms of what you're getting for what you pay for.
And it's slowing down your shopping experience.
Exactly, and it's putting negative thoughts in my mind. It makes me want to get out of there sooner so I can get that dollar back. And I just think it's unnecessary now. Like, you've got cameras, you can see who steals it. If they buy something, you've got their credit card information. Because let's be honest, no one's paying cash.
It does seem unnecessary. There's been multiple times where I've gone to a big shop and had to do a little shop.
Yeah, had to basket it up.
Yeah, basket up.
Double fist the baskets.
Yeah. Costco is guilty of this.
Costco is guilty of this.
Costco is one of the biggest culprits.
And seriously, those warehouses are in the middle of nowhere. Who's pushing a trolley home from there?
Where am I taking it to?
Literally. And they're massive. It's inconvenient to take one of those home.
And also, when you're going to Costco, you need a trolley. So if you go all the way there and don't have $1, your day's over.
You know what they should do? Costco has membership cards. So the only people that can enter the store, they literally have security guards for this. The only people who can enter the store are people holding the card.
Exactly.
So once they're in, then give them the trolley. Put the trolleys inside.
Leave them in the store for the paying members.
Sure, you can have the little connected things that you connect them with when you take them inside, but when you collect them outside, just latch them up, take them inside, unlatch them. People pay to go to Costco. Make the experience worthwhile.
Yeah, it is silly. Especially because when I went to Costco the last time I went to the checkout, I was like, can I have a coin to get a trolley? And she's like, I'll just unlock one for you.
Uh-huh.
So you can just
so you can do that.
You can just ask one and they'll give it to you.
But it's a bit of admin.
Yeah, but it's a lot of admin.
The other thing that really bugs me about this is when I've got my trolley, if I've got my trolley,
very big if,
I head to my self-checkout, 90% of them are card only. So they already know you're not carrying cash.
It is quite a flaw in the system.
Oh, it irks me to no end. It genuinely ruins my shop.
Yeah, if you are listening and you're from a big shopping chain, just come on, guys.
If you're from a big shopping chain, remove those little shopping chains.
We're not happy about it.
That's my final thought on the matter.
Looking at my cancellation of the week, no, actually I do have one. You know what? I do. I thought I didn't.
Found one deep in the archives.
Deep in the archives of the deep list is someone... And this is... I'm sure everyone drives here. Or maybe not. Shout out younger listeners. Or people that...
Shout out Nick, the same guy that gave me the sticker. Doesn't have his license. Good to
Shout
let
out-
everyone know.
Shout out Nick. I hate when you're going on a drive and you obviously stop at a traffic light. A red traffic light, and you're behind. When the person in front of you tries to like time the green light go, so they start crawling forward in anticipation of the green light, but then they like miss. Then they have to brake because they haven't got there in time, so they've done it poorly. I find it hilarious, but I just think it's the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, I'd do it, but I'm pretty good at timing it.
If you time it correctly, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But if it's your first touchdown at that traffic light and you're a newbie to the traffic light, don't try to play
on foreign terrain.
If this is foreign terrain, don't try to risk it because you'll get laughed at by everyone behind you.
If you've never played on grass courts, you're not going to start trying drop shots in your first rally.
Yeah, so it's one of those rare cancellations where I'm all for it if you are comfortable in the zone, in the area. But if you've never been to that traffic light, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not try to walk before we haven't even crawled yet.
Yeah, if you're an Olympic runner, you don't just go into the water and think you can swim. You're gonna need some training.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you'll drown.
So just food for thought. Anyone that's driving to work in the coming days, or you might be driving now whilst listening.
Oh.
In fact, you might be
stop at that red light.
You might be stopped at a traffic light now.
Stay stopped.
Yeah.
Wait for it to go green.
If you happen to be on the Glenferrie Barkers Road interchange, I can tell you that there's roughly a 17-second gap between.
Now, that is an interesting tidbit for our local listeners. Most of the time, when the little red man stops flashing red, you have 3 seconds until the light changes on the other set of lights. And then you got about a 2-second delay. You can do the maths on that.
You can work that out.
But that's what I do in my head to get myself ready to go.
But that's why you should always make sure you're a veteran of that intersection, because some people don't realise that there might just be a green arrow coming up.
Yeah.
And
then you do, that jolt. Oh.
Yeah, so that's always embarrassing.
You look like an absolute fool.
If you're not aware of that. So.
Also, if you're on your phone, which is just straight up illegal, it was always funny to see the green arrow go. They in their peripheral vision see the person next to them going. They start going, look up, see it's a red light, and slam on the brakes again.
It's good to see. Very good to see.
It's just funny.
It's funny.
Sometimes I hope they get T-boned. That'll keep them off the phone.
Keep them off something, that's for sure.
Off the phone, onto life support.
Off the roads, yeah.
Good lull.
I thought I had something else to say, but I didn't.
We're done.
And that's the podcast over, guys. Yeah, thanks for listening in.
Another snag.
yeah, snag in the road. But that was good.
See, Liam, grab your phone there.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me, what's your background?
My background is...
No, just darkness.
Literally darkness. I do not have a phone background.
What is your least favourite type of phone background?
My least favourite type of phone background would be people that have photos of themselves as their phone background. Now, there's a few caveats to this. Completely fine to have a photo of yourself and a partner. Completely fine to have a photo of yourself and a dog.
Yourself and a team?
Yourself and a team. Yourself and a family friend. But if it's just a pure photo of yourself, as if it's like a Facebook profile photo.
What if they're using their background as they lose their phone all the time? So they put themselves as their phone background and say, please return phone to this person, or call, well, I guess you wouldn't call their number, but their partner's number or their mum's number. That's not a bad shout. That is an interesting hypothesis. I'm just trying to find a way of legitimizing it. Yeah, well, because, people at home might think this isn't a thing, but it is. I've seen people have just photos of themselves as their background. This exists in today's society. It's a bit... Oh, I don't want to say it's vanity in case anyone has their own, but it's a bit vain. Just a tad. It's a little bit vain. I personally have photos of my partner, Joyce. Sorry, Liam hates it when I call her my partner. Shout out Joyce for his partner. Sorry, she just posted on LinkedIn. I have her as my background because it makes me happy every time I open my phone. And I think that is why people put things as their background. Liam obviously feels happy staring into the darkness. When your phone's actually on a black screen, acts as a mirror. So he's got a live... Anyway. Yeah, so that is just a little insight into the vanity. When you did say it, though, when you did say that you didn't like pictures of yourself, what if it's something you're proud of? It's you doing something. True, yeah, like holding your degrees or playing a sport that you love. Got a trophy. Yeah, it is. It's a real tough one. I don't have the correct answers on this. I think you're right, though. If it was just a picture of, if I had a phone background of me just standing against a blank white wall, giving the thumbs up, I would be sickened to see that. And if it is your background, this isn't us saying it's wrong. This isn't us saying it's a bad thing. We're not trained or educated in any of these areas. We're just simply giving ideas and suggestions. Well, you know a bit about psychology. Yeah, but I'm not trained yet. It's just us offering some insight. Just an honest student. And we want you to tell us what you think of that insight. Give us your justification if you disagree. Send it in. Or give us your applause if you agree. We are tackling the big, big topics here. Very big topics. Offers. So what offers are coming into you? Yeah, send them to our email, not the sponsorship email. Do we have an email? We can set one up now. I was just wondering. No, but I'll set up a Gmail. It will be for anyone listening. It will be Freddie and Liam 961925. Enjoy listening back to this to get your email address. At gmail.com, because I don't want to risk saying Freddie and Liam in case that's already taken. What was the number? 961925. What is it? Freddie and Liam. No, but what is the number? How did that come to you so naturally? You don't have numbers come into your mind? But you
Say number.
I was just wondering if it's like your employee ID or something
No.
like that. You could just reel it off twice.
Actually, yeah. Sorry, the email has changed now. It's Freddie and Liam 415669@gmail.com.
Good thing we don't know where Liam works, so you can't use his employee ID as fraudulent behaviour.
But that is the email. We'll be posting it in the show notes. Please,
Just get in contact.
just get in contact.
It's getting hard just being us two.
I mean, it's getting hard sifting through all the emails, but we want people.
Yeah, so
We
our secret email, which we only give out to corporate sponsors,
Yeah.
that's a different one.
We want you guys to be involved in the making of this podcast.
We're sick of hearing from the suits.
The weekly podcast.
The weekly podcast coming to you live after we record it.
After this is gonna we're gonna be recording every Wednesday, and it's gonna be dropping every Sunday.
I actually have every Wednesday off.
I normally do as well.
That's sick. Okay, we're on here.
And so we'll be dropping it Sunday night, so you can either listen on your morning on the way to work on the Monday morning.
Are you actually going to drop it on Sunday night?
Yep.
Sick.
Or maybe you can wind down.
Wind down. Get ready for the week.
Get ready for the week.
With a little recap.
Yeah. So that's what's going to be happening.
You know at the start when you said have a glass of wine or a glass of water?
Yeah.
That's really clever now.
True.
For a Sunday wind down.
Always thinking ahead.
On a Monday morning commute. Grab a glass of wine.
If you are commuting right now, we don't advise a glass of wine.
I hope you didn't tuck in didn't take the instructions.
So yeah, it's probably too late for that now, but let us know how you're going with that.
Talking about glasses of wine.
Talking about glass of wine.
It's a bit of a cheat drink, isn't it?
It's a bit of a cheat drink.
You know?
One of the healthier cheat drinks.
Yeah, you wouldn't... It's not a espresso martini.
It's
by
not
any
an
means.
espresso martini, yeah.
But I like a little cheat meal every now and again, now that I'm back at the gym.
What was the cheat meal called before you weren't back at the gym?
Regular food.
Regular food, nice.
Just regular eating. I tucked into a Zinger box the other day. Well, actually, I had it 2 days in a row. Shit. Yeah. I was just wondering, what's your favourite cheat meal to tuck into?
I am no stranger to KFC. I will give you that. I headed to KFC the other day with my girlfriend Samantha. First shout out on the podcast.
Shout out Samantha.
Shout out Samantha. She enjoyed her first KFC in Australia.
Woohoo!
Because she's one of our England listeners. Yeah, she heard the podcast and flew over.
She really wanted to meet Liam.
So she had her first KFC in Australia. We indulged in a double zinger stacker box. Wicked wings, popcorn chicken, 2 dinner rolls.
Dinner rolls?
You've never had a dinner roll from KFC?
I've had a dinner roll from KFC
Delightful.
before. But you could swap it out for like extra chips or some mash and gravy.
Oh, nothing beats a nice hot dinner roll.
Fair enough. Fair play to you.
Yeah.
I never had them hot.
But yeah, that's normally my cheat meal operation, and then I smash some cookies from the cookie box.
Jeez, those cookie box cookies are something else.
They go down a treat.
Liam taught me an amazing preparation method.
Could be a life hack for next week, but we're just
actually, yeah, I think we'll hold off.
No, we're just going to give it to people this week.
You want to give it to them for free? Liam, step 1.
Step 1, head to your local cookie box store.
Step 2.
Step 2, purchase 6-pack.
6-pack. That's around $30. If anyone's wondering, $30 for 6 cookies. It's worth it though. I promise.
It's worth a 6-pack. Step 3, head to your Woolworths and
grab a little creamy number.
A little fresh cream. I like to get the Bulla one, Bulla.
Yeah, I skimped out and bought.
Yeah, avoid
Woolworths
getting
brand.
the home brand sort of one.
Still nice. I enjoyed it.
Then whack your cookie in the microwave. I like to go for a minute.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, a minute really gets it soft and hot.
What happens to the bowl?
Steaming hot. Piping.
Untouchable.
Almost untouchable, that's for damn sure.
That's when you know it's ready.
And then coat it with your cream. Not too much, but just a little coating.
Would you have it with ice cream, or is that too much of a cheat meal?
I'm not an ice cream fan, but if you at home want ice cream, I'm not saying no.
Yum.
I just prefer it with cream, but that will get you through the week.
I would have it with cookies and cream ice cream. just to mess with things.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
The extra cookie-licious.
Yeah, so anyone listening, head there right now. I think there's one store on Glenferrie Road and one on Chapel Street.
That is the one that I know about, Chapel Street. It's opposite. What was it opposite? I was near the post office or something.
Revs.
It's so far away from Revs. You got the dirty bars and Revs end, and you got the wholesome Fat Boy Thai cookie box end.
The nice Chapel Street.
Oh,
end.
have you been to Pitta Pippo?
What did you call me?
Pitta Pippo. It's an ice cream shop.
No, I haven't.
It's so good. That's another one to try out. If you're in for a cold snack and you want it straight away, the ice cream shop Pitta Pippo.
Is it like a Yoshi sort of gig?
Nah, it's like proper ice cream. Like Piccolina.
We do like Piccolina.
Piccolina's also good, but it's not local to me, so I won't plug it.
Yeah, Piccolino is local to me, so plug that. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually get any flavour of ice cream there made into a milkshake.
That is a good hack. I've had a milkshake in so long.
Yeah, so yeah, people just think you pick any ice cream, they can make it into a milkshake.
Oh, yum.
Just feeding people life hacks.
That's so yum. I've just been getting my hot chocolates recently.
Oh, the old hot chockey.
Yeah, when they're not getting spilt by people. Sore topic, can't talk about it. It's about work.
Cancel.
Message me if you want to know. It's a really riveting story of betrayal, passive aggression.
It's a real
conflict resolution.
It's one for the ages. Gee, we're already at 45 minutes.
That's good. We only got a couple more things to talk about. Not that I have a list.
Yeah, no, I do have a list, but I've been adding notes for the past 3 months, and some of them are so
unintelligible. They don't make
unintelligible.
sense.
They just can't be deciphered.
What was the last one?
One of my notes here is funny ways to track podcast notes.
I think I remember you writing that.
Don't really get it.
I think I remember it was at work when we did it, when you wrote that.
Yeah.
And we were going to do it through like voice notes or something stupid. But
it can't have been that funny.
Yeah, it wasn't very funny because we can't remember it.
I've also wrote walking a wolf, ?
So obviously you saw someone walking a dog.
Yeah, I must have seen someone walking a wolf.
That looked like a wolf.
Not often you see that.
Was it that the Irish wolfhound?
It might have been an Irish wolfhound, but it looked like a wolf to me.
That's kind of cool. I wish we had like full on wolves. I actually adopted a wolf on Minecraft the other day.
That's cute.
Gave it a bone.
I didn't know you played Minecraft.
Play Minecraft now.
Wow.
Joyce doesn't like it.
Understandable.
Yeah, it sucks up hours of my day.
Hours you could be podcasting.
Yeah, I could be thinking of notes, but I mean, I could start a Minecraft podcast if you joined the realm.
That's not a bad idea. In fact, I'm going to clear all my notes now and we'll start notes from fresh.
And we'll do a Minecraft podcast.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. You did a Batman podcast.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my older podcasting days.
But why wouldn't you do one Batman?
Not too sure.
What's more important, knowing how to play Minecraft or knowing how to fix your car?
I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, we've got mechanics these days, so we don't have mechanics.
We have the good people at Microsoft putting together Minecraft. Don't have Microsoft putting together cars, though. That'll be the day. That'll happen.
Are you saying this because you've recently become a mechanic, or you've learnt about mechanics?
I would say I'm somewhat qualified now. I went down to Autobahn in Camberwell.
Oh, shout out Autobahn Camberwell.
Yeah, because we didn't want to pay bulk prices in labour for the people down at the mechanics to change the wiper blades, change the tyres, change the rear lights. So, I mean, we got the tyres professionally replaced in the end. But
it does sound like something that can be done yourself.
I'll admit it took me a lot longer than I thought it would. And I did buy the wrong bulb. I don't know where that bulb goes. It's the right bulb for something in the car.
Excellent.
I just don't know what. So I've got some extra bulbs lying around. But I successfully changed the wipers and changed the backlights. I'll tell you what, it was a hell of a lot cheaper than having it done at the mechanics.
I can imagine. They do like to rinse people at mechanics.
Yeah,
yeah, particularly if you're over the age of 70, and I've seen the Current Affair episodes.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah.
Not all mechanics, obviously.
Not all mechanics, yeah, just let that be known.
Yeah, we're not calling out every mechanic.
Any mechanic listening, we love your work.
Yeah, if you're listening, it's probably because we know you and we trust you. So, keep up the good work. Don't scam old people, etc.
I don't know any mechanics, so I'm happy to say what we want about
Okay, you go for it. Yeah. I don't know if I do. I don't know what everyone did after school. I don't know who listens.
In case, yeah. A little YouTube tutorial then. Did you watch that for the windscreen wipers?
I couldn't find one for the windscreen wipers. It was trial and error.
To do.
Well, no, there's a specific types of wipers and stuff and connections, and there's like hundreds of them. So I couldn't find the right one, so I just did it. Got out the car manual. Car manual wasn't very helpful. It was extremely helpful for changing the lights.
That is good.
That was
so 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. I'll assume it's good for changing tyres, although I do know how to do that.
Good for you, man.
It's a very, very handy skill to have. And it's something like I've always wanted to know how to check my oil. Like apparently it's something you're supposed to do yourself.
It is considered essential.
Do you know how to check your oil?
You just pull the oil thing out and look at the oil.
Do you know what you're looking for though?
There's little markers on the thing.
That's for the level though. Like how do you know if it's clean?
Where you wipe it off and then re-put it back in.
That's what I've heard and that's what I've seen in pop culture. But like, I've never been taught, and I think it's a valuable learning experience that everyone could go through.
Yeah, I think they are important because especially even stuff like changing a tire. Like my dad taught me when I was like 12, and in that I'm now 26 and I haven't actually had to do it yet. And
I've changed mum's tire once.
That's good, yeah, because I haven't got to do the hands-on experience now, so.
If I pop a tire, I'll call you.
I'll call over and just check that I've still got it.
Yeah, and you know how to jumpstart a car?
Yeah, I've done that regularly.
Yep.
At a certain place.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
In a car park.
In a car park. That would have, Victoria Gardens.
Not a big gardens. I just think it's really important thing. Like, it's something that people think about all the time when they're like having it serviced. Like, I should really check the oil before this. Do I know how to do that? This is your reminder outside of any other obligation. Whack on a YouTube clip.
For sure.
Look it up.
There's so many life skills that people can just learn themselves.
Yeah.
That are so easy to do.
Who needs accountants? You can do your own taxes.
You can. I wouldn't recommend it. Based on the people that have been coming to me saying that they've done their own taxes, the average tax return that they're getting is between $20 to $100.
Oh my god.
So
that's not good.
Yeah. And they got taxed quite a bit.
That's full-time work for you.
Yeah.
Trying to like rinse you for everything, even though you don't owe anything at all.
But yeah, that's about it. So we're touching on the hour mark, guys.
Oh, are we? Mm.
Yeah, 51 minutes. And I know most people's commute is
less than that.
Well, I like to assume most people's commute is about half an hour and they listen to us on the way there and the way back.
Oh, that's a good way of thinking about it.
So, that's why I try to make the first half of the podcast just relaxing and sort of light because, people just want to ease into the day. And the second podcast is also relaxing and light because people want to wind down from the day.
And I'm just here raw dogging it, assuming that they're doing anything but commuting.
But yeah, let us know what you're doing during the day or when you're listening.
I would love to hear from every single... I'm going to check the stats as to how many people listen.
We will.
And then I want to see a message from every single one of you. Even if it's just, hi, or keep up the work.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but...
Well, we want to know what you're doing when you're listening, though, because we'll put them in a hat, and the most interesting activity...
We'll record a podcast while doing it.
We'll record it whilst doing it. So, but you
don't make things up.
But don't make things up, yeah. Don't say you're skydiving or,
We can see the location that you're listening to us from, and if it's 10,000 feet above the...
If it is, then we will go to Mount Everest. We will.
Yeah, of course. We would do that for this podcast.
So yeah, tell us what you're doing, and that's our promise to you, is we would do that for the next podcast.
And we want to bring back our segment, I Get Legend of the Week.
We do.
I think the best way to do this is to seek nominations and stories, so we can celebrate local heroes.
Yeah, we want to know what the community's up to.
Yeah, and why they are a legend in your minds. And we will try and get them an I Get Legend if they want it.
It might be difficult with the new rules in place.
Yeah, I don't think... We might have to rename it. It's just a cool name for the
segment.
But right now we have an international cricketer sitting in the slot.
He is, sitting hot in it.
Alex Carey.
Great guy.
Been doing some wonderful work.
I know everyone here loves the Ashes and has been keeping up to date.
He's at the centre of a controversy or controversy.
Controversy.
It was something, spirit of the game. He did something that was perfectly legal, but was it against the spirit of the game? Like
immoral, maybe.
Yeah, sportsmanship. I think it was in the spirit of the game. It's just sport, really.
That's just cricket, baby.
I just found it really funny that everyone came at him and they said he would be remembered for this, when in reality he's going to be remembered for walking directly into a swimming pool on camera during the filming of a documentary.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change his image too much.
I just think he's a legend.
Australians love him. He won us the Ashes. Well, we haven't won them yet, but
we will.
We probably will. We will.
By the time this potentially comes out, we will
By
want
the time
to.
this comes out, we might be in the next Ashes.
Yeah, it might be at home. They'll be like, why are we talking about this? Johnny Bairstow won't be playing international cricket anymore.
Oh, not a chance. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks for waiting as well.
Yeah, patience is a virtue.
I hope we've paid you back for that.
Yeah,
with an
and
insightful
if we haven't,
podcast.
we're easing back into it. We've had a break.
Our brains aren't fully switched back into podcasting mode, but by golly, we're back and we're having a red hot crack again.
Exactly. I only got 9% deep sleep last night, so let's just go easy on us.
No hate,
No.
only love. That's what we're putting out to you, even though we do say if you've got something going on in your life, we don't like you. We do, really.
Yeah, I can't remember us saying that, but it does sound like
Oh, you know, we say that about phone backgrounds and
No,
stuff.
exactly.
We love everyone.
But we love everyone.
Mechanics and all.
Everyone listening, we love you. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yep.
Did
you say follow us on Instagram?
Follow us on Instagram.
That's
Shoot us a message on Instagram. Text me.
Yep.
Don't text me.
Come to my house. Let me know what's going on in your life.
Yeah. Come to my house.
And just have a beautiful day.
It's been a pleasure.